All right, rise and shine, you guys. We are here. It's 8:11 a.m. on August the 10th. It is Sunday. All right, planetary hour of Venus at this time, and we are with the moon in Pisces at 3 degrees and 3 minutes. All right, let's look at the transits for today. We have Mars and Libra trining over to Pluto Aquarius. That's going to be happening shortly. I believe it's 8:39 a.m. All right, heavy on the air energies there. And then we also have the moon that's in Pisces. We're going to see it square over to Uranus in Gemini. We're going to see lots of semi-sextiles over to Saturn and Neptune. All right, and Pluto in Aquarius. We're going to see a quincunx over to Mercury that's in retrograde in Leo, as well as Mars that's retrograding in the sign of Libra, with a semi-square over to Chiron and Aries. All right, I'm just going to pull a quick spread. Let's see what's happening here, and we're going to get started. You may feel freed from a situation today. Things look a little bit more positive than what you've been trying to overcome from the past. Feels like new energy in your heart space and or having to do with like resources in whatever way. I see the Queen of Wands energy here. Be careful that you're not getting your energy drained by someone that is trying to do something deceptive behind your back in order to keep you away from the brand new beginnings that are coming through, involving if it's your resources or if it's, you know, your heart space, whatever that may be. Like, keep your boundary up from that type of energy. Listen to your intuition. If it's like a gut feeling that you're surrounded by somebody, keep yourself away from that person. I'm hearing you've already learned your lesson this time around here. There's a heavy Sagittarian in this energy overall. And I'm seeing the Magician here with the Two of Pentacles. All right, it looks like there could have been some sort of control or manipulation surrounding someone bringing in a sense of like starting some gossip, or I don't know. It just kind of feels like an awkward type of energy here, dealing with keeping you off path. So however you're meant to bring balance into this situation, it looks more so like this is how you are going to be moving forward, okay, is by protecting your energies and keeping things, your boundaries up, okay? All right, let's clear this out. Let's see what this is all speaking about here. Let's get into wisdom of the oracle. Welcome in, you guys. So blessings could be on their way here. I got the blessed card. All right, by the book is here. All right, so there's something about laws and order, all right, structure, rules. That's funny because I was making jokes last night about the need to follow some sort of rule or regulation, okay? It's like in divine timing, that's the direction that you're going to be going in here in order for your blessings to come through, or when your blessings come through, you would have to do things by the book, okay? Maybe you're being observed right now, examined overall. I got no place like home and mending. All right, so you're going to be mending with those that are closest to you, or something that feels a sense of comfort surrounding your energy. All right, there's something that's technically not for you, and it looks like you're going to be receiving some sort of leg up. I'm looking at, you're getting a second chance at something here with whatever's transforming in your energy. All right, serendipity, the synchronicities and or the signs could be coming through heavy. All right, the messages that you're receiving here about whatever's about to transform is already in this energy. So what is it that's not for you at this time? Let's see what this is. What is it that's not for you? You're not going to be happy with the lover that comes in because this person is technically very controlling. All right, you could feel discontent with someone at this time. I don't know, it kind of feels like this person is also grieving you and kind of waiting around for you to respond to them in some sort of way. I don't know how this is coming through with your blessings and your no place like home energy. All right, but it could be that this person's involved in you living with this person or having a second chance at doing things by the book this time. All right, let's take a look at this. The Knight of Pentacles. There's a slowdown overall, and this person opening themselves up. Someone that's very like unemotionally available. Always when I'm doing my readings all the time. This will be like a sense of burden surrounding this person expressing their emotions or something like that. Or like a blockage, just kind of feeling like it's like rocky waters with this person. And the need to move on from this person's energy if they're the one that's more so coming back in trying to mend it with you. I wanted to fly out. So I don't feel like you're, you know what? I think I've seen it right down here. Do you see the cord for it on the bottom? It feels more so like you're not interested in this person, or the spark isn't there anymore, or something like that. Like you actually want some sort of brand new beginning, or this is what's happening in divine timing. All right, so I don't know how you're getting a leg up here with trying to mend it with someone, but it doesn't feel like it's going to be that water sign. All right, let's see. Yeah, it feels like you're choosing to create, rather. Okay, you're choosing to create towards your passions here with the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Swords. It's like you're utilizing the brand new beginnings to focus on creating. What's the blessing that's going to come through here? Interesting, because there seems to be a lot of major changes that are happening, whether this is physical energy or more so in your practical life. The blessings are like coming through after a time of difficulty, after major challenges in your life. All right, that's what I feel like you're being freed from. Yeah, you're being freed from that. Like, screw whoever this person is that's emotionally unavailable. All right, like there is no spark with that person. This is the reason why you continue to experience delays. It's because it's like you're not interested anymore in that energy. Okay, what's TikTok all about? I don't know. It looks like some sort of communication comes through from a soulmate, and that's the person that apparently knows that you're trying to achieve something, doesn't want to let you go. That person's coming through as a Sagittarius. And then whoever is giving you the leg up could have something to do with the communication that you're going to be receiving. Okay. Could be an Aries specifically coming through. Show me. I know you are not. Get off this bed. Oh, it's part of your destiny and that person coming back around, giving Wheel of Fortune energy, which today is the 10th, so this person actually might be coming through. All right, very soon. All right, this person's going to make an offer, but you're going to be a lot more happier than where you have been, where you've been burdened, where you've been dealing with difficulties with resources, or more so feeling stressed out in your physical life. All right, it's like whoever this person is that keeps rejecting you or controlling you, and the person that's not for you, you're going to be shocked about this other person coming in wanting to reconcile. All right, having a second chance with meeting with this person. Wow. I mean, the amount of mental anguish here. Heavy on the Aquarian energy overall, Five of Swords, Seven of Swords, and the Star card. There could have been like so much gossip involved, a lot of lies that were told, a lot of jealousy, envy, deception. I mean, this is the story of the one. This is the story of the one. I don't know. Something about coming into alignment. That's what it just said. All right. The Hierophant is here. All right. So this is about knowing how much, again, mental anguish you've gone through here in order to connect to the universe or something like that. Because I'm seeing like the universe being of significance here. And then coming out in favor of, you know, recognizing you for your rewards or your achievements or whatever this may have been. And you taking a leap of faith to go in this specific direction. So the planning has a lot to do with like how much you've grown in the energy of isolation, how much you've learned. All right. And then it looks like an Emperor energy is in your energy, or this is you planning on starting up your own business. That's been coming through a lot in the readings as well. All right. This would be like seen as a father figure source. Okay, that's what I'm feeling like. You're connected to source, or you knowing some sort of knowledge about source. Okay. Heavy on the intuition, heavy on Cancer's energy. So the more nurturing, loving, caring energies that are surrounding you at this time, it looks like that's what you're chasing after, because that's the type of energy you want to reconcile with. It's almost like no place like home, right? Where you can feel in a sense of comfort. You don't feel rejected. So you could be observed right now in the energy of your emotional state. That's what it feels like. I like it. Okay. Let's move forward. So blessings by the book, divine timing being here. Who you're going to be mending with, how you're getting a leg up, and who's not for you, and what actually makes you feel like you're at home. Okay? How you're going to be having a second chance here, and you're going to be seeing signs and synchronicities about that. All right, let's get into today's chakra. I'm feeling root chakra again. All right, there's a lot of brand new beginnings typically that's going to start at the bottom, working your way up with something here. See what's going on. Welcome in, you guys. I just saw 1313 on the clock. So there's a major ending, or, you know, a rebirth taking place right now with some sort of transformation. I just felt sacral chakra. And it's coming right back to the energy of the emotional state and where we pulled yesterday. All right, so heavy emotions, feelings, or the way that you express, kind of trying to keep yourself emotionally balanced. That full moon in Aquarius could have, you know, had heightened intuition. Exactly. All right, so I'm feeling like really up at the crown chakra and how it's been affecting not just your mental, but your emotional. Okay. I'm seeing here visualization and emotional balance. So in order for you to continue moving forward and experiencing and or manifesting, all right, what you see in your imagination and focusing just on that, it has to be that you are emotionally balanced moving forward. And then speaking honesty, truth, all right, the way that you communicate, being sincere overall, and what you are seeing. All right, so it has a lot to do with clarity and knowledge and things like that. So it just has been a very, overall, it's been expanded in my mind where it's like I've been experiencing a lot of headaches. That could have been it. All right. Show me more about the emotional part of this, because I'm seeing emotions in the sacral and what is more so keeping you. It could be feeling like you're in some sort of like illusion. I see somebody like going like this with their head, like acting like you're losing your shit, but it's because you need emotional balance in order to tap into this crown chakra energy. All right, so you can visualize whatever it is that you imagine to create, and what it is that you're seeing, being honest about that and communicating about it. Show me the emotional balance and emotional stability here. That's actually working in your favor if you can control your emotions overall during this full moon in Aquarius. All right. So now that we're in the energy of Pisces, it looks like you're more so tapping into heavy spirituality. I feel a heavy Jupiter energy here, which is Jupiter is now in Cancer. We will be seeing that trine, probably not by today, but by tomorrow. Yeah, that one's going to take place on the 11th. All right, so I'm seeing a trine over from the transit of the moon in Pisces over to Jupiter in Cancer. All right, so some sort of opportunity comes in more so with a brand new beginning, heavy focus on stability. Okay, big focus on stability. Show me the crown chakra. The Hierophant. The Three of Wands. It feels like the organization's already waiting for you. All right, they know what you've dealt with here. I immediately feel like I want to sneeze. So I don't know what that means, but I'm seeing it come out with the Hierophant, the Three of Wands, and the Seven of Swords. Okay. All right. So whatever truth is coming out, it could be a shocking energy that it's overcoming what you've learned or what you saw. I don't know. There's something here about like meditation. This is what I feel. There's something here about like meditation. What you saw during the time of you going into like connections with your vision. Okay. Whatever you saw there, that was a big deal. All right. Maybe there was someone that was working against you so that you wouldn't speak out the truth about something. All right. Because the truth would create some sort of tower, or you would have some sort of, I don't know. It's like a shocking revelation about something. Okay. Going into deep meditation. So tell me what honesty is. It's like, speak about what you saw. Speak about, you know, what was it that you were trying to manifest during this manifestation. All right, so this could have had a lot to do with the 8-8 portal as well. About situations from the past here. Yeah, situations from the past and how you can free yourself from those specific situations. It's kind of like leave it up to God. All right, like just be emotionally balanced. All right, experience what you were supposed to experience and then focus on manifesting new. Okay, so that you can bring in positive energy rather than something keeping you attached to a toxic work environment or something like this. Okay, yeah, it's like you are freed now from this situation. Let's look into this visualization card. I see the heavy third eye energy here. So we saw sacral. It jumped up to the throat chakra. I saw the third eye and the crown so far. All right, so we're like in the upper area already and where you chose to create something. All right, I keep seeing the Empress come out overall as well. I'm seeing the Four of Wands here with the Eight of Wands. Yeah, there's some sort of celebration. There's a massive sudden change that has taken place. Things actually start speeding up because of the knowledge that you have or whatever it is that you've attained from that wisdom. All right. It showed you how to become more so like a spiritual warrior in connection to your, you know, your divine union here. And now there's this energy of like, I'm sparked up again. That makes you feel more like a close connection to what you're passionate about. All right. Wow. Something is starting to change. You can feel it in the energy. All right. So if your emotions felt like they were all over the place and you were able to create some sort of peace and stability and harmony surrounding your energy, you were more so able to tap into the crown chakra so that way you would experience what it was that you were meant to see and continue to visualize that so that you can manifest that into your future just by speaking the truth and being honest and sincere. All right. It's like you communicating to the divine what it is that you want, and it could have a lot to do with relationships. all right, and how relationships more so needed time for grounding. All right, so that when you come in and you communicate, you're sharing a specific connection that you experienced during your time of meditation in the third eye, and how this has allowed you to create, all right, utilizing what you saw, all right, in connection of your mind or whatever it was that you were visualizing there. All right, so if someone has like a telepathic connection to you, all right, and the way that this person taps into your energy through meditation, this is someone that actually wants to come back around and reconcile with you, okay? And the other person that you could be around that you don't want to be around, that you don't feel like connected to any longer, that's the person that's not for you, okay? That person would have like a darker energy. That's kind of what it's giving me here. All right, let's get into Kipper. I'm feeling like new experiences, new opportunities coming in, expansion and growth, all right? A lot more knowledge, whatever it is that you're focusing in on. Moon in Pisces is going to allow you to reveal things that are hidden technically. It's not seen in physical form, but if you go into deep meditation, you can tap into this energy, okay? So I'm seeing sudden wealth here. The 11th is tomorrow, so this could definitely be coming in. We have Saturn at a sextile over to Uranus and Gemini. Saturn is currently retrograde in the sign of Aries. We do have the moon in Pisces with a trine over to Venus in Cancer, as well as Jupiter in Cancer. So if anything has to do with Venus's energy, what you create, beauty, love, the energy of your finances, even Jupiter's opportunities, expansion, growth, experiences. It could be like adventure, you know what I mean? So trines are just auspicious energies, harmony, compatibility, that type of thing. Brings in a sense of good luck. We do have the conjunction tomorrow with the North Node in Pisces as well. All right, so it has to be with aligning you with your destiny. But then I also see a quincunx over to the sun in Leo, and where the sun, which is your purpose, is at a discord, okay? So there's a main male here. Sudden wealth possibly coming in from a main male. You might be seeing 111 on the clock. All right. Oh. False person is trying to fly out here with the number 8. All right. So the 8-8 portal could have been where you seen who was not for you. You understand? It's like you would have known. Somebody's claiming that they're super wealthy. Maybe they're not actually wealthy. That's a false person. All right. The mature man is here. I'm seeing number 5. On the 5th, we were with the moon in Sagittarius ingressing into the moon in Capricorn. Lots of squares on that day. So you might want to check the energy check-in from the 5th. All right. Let's see what's going on. Yeah. The thief card is here. This came out in last night's reading. This main male and this mature man working hand in hand to steal some sort of resources or sudden wealth, or that's what it could have been. All right. There's something here about the 11th through the 24th. Interesting. Tomorrow, Mercury goes direct, all right, in the sign of Leo. The 24th is going to be the very last day that we see Mercury in its post-shadow phase before it goes direct completely, all right, on the 25th. So I'm seeing from the 11th through the 24th, there could be this energy, 11th to the 24th. I'm seeing the moon in Pisces to the moon in Virgo. So again, there's this opposition of North Node, South Node energy, and where tomorrow's energy, we're seeing the conjunction of this is part of your destiny. By the 24th, I'm seeing the opposition to the North Node in Pisces. So whatever it is that is working in unity will be seen by tomorrow. By the 24th, whatever is the opposition, it's like you actually have to confront whatever this is. Okay, and I'm seeing the devil's energy with number 15 here on this main male immature man. So just take it as it resonates for overall. The 15th, I'm seeing the moon in Taurus, okay, which is the day before we see that last quarter moon in Taurus. Has to do with your beauty, your finances, your self-esteem, your confidence, possessions, all right? It is root chakra energy overall, so it could have a lot to do with some sort of stability. Somebody's been trying to take from you, and I don't feel like it's going to last for long. Let's be clear. We got a wealthy man on the bottom. So again, heavy on men energy here. We're speaking about Saturn being in the sign of Aries. All right, in retrograde. The restriction on someone needing to take the fucking mask off is what I feel like. All right, adjudication here. The 30th of the month could be of significance. That's going to be the moon in Scorpio. Moon in Scorpio is at its fall. But we will be seeing the moon in Sagittarius as well on that day, ingressing it in early morning at 10 a.m. And we'll see a sextile from Sagittarius' moon over to Pluto in Aquarius, which is also in retrograde. All right, so where we are in Aquarius' energy right now with Pluto and what things are transforming, it has a lot to do with the refusal to accept the unacceptable with inappropriate authority. Okay? That could be what this is. So Saturn and whatever Saturn is doing here, it's like fucking with someone's resources overall. And then I believe we have the 31st. Yeah, the 31st of the month here. And then by September 1st, we have, what is it? Saturn ingressing back into the sign of Pisces. All right. So that is going to be where you're going to be experiencing lots of loss. See a child here. And I'm seeing false person once again. So listen. The main female. Damn. Okay. Masculine energy overall. A child and I would imagine a mother figure. There's a big deal about sudden wealth coming in and what was taken and who was playing the false person in this situation. Okay? Whether this main male and this mature man were working hand in hand and becoming wealthy together. All right, this would have been seen as resources being taken away from the child and the mother figure and playing the false person just by making someone experience loss. That's the way I'm seeing it. All right, Spirit is talking to me in numbers right now also. I'm seeing Piscean energy. I see Scorpio. I see Leo. I see Aries. I see Taurus. I see Libra. All right. And from the 11th to the 24th being significant after Mercury goes direct and right before it finishes its post-shadow phase. Let's be clear. All right, Mercury being in the sign of Leo. It's going direct, I believe, at 4 degrees of Leo. I wanted to say Aries so bad. I don't know why. Maybe this has something to do back when Mercury went retrograde in the sign of Aries. So it's been for about 2 to 3 years now that Mercury's been retrograding solely in fire signs. All right, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And now that the Mercury retrograde has taken place and it's here with the sun, okay, there's exposure happening with communication that needs to come through, something like that. All right, like you're seeing it. And it has to do with like a dark person that's working in the background with trying to take away. It's giving devil, okay, but it's coming through as like Saturn and Mercury working hand in hand. For whatever reason. All right, like Saturn being in Aries, Mercury being in the sign of Leo, it's meant to be like a trine with these people working auspiciously to bring in good fortune, but it's being seen as being taken away or experiencing some sort of loss away from feminine energies. Okay, so the feminine energy in astrology will be what? Venus's energy. Okay, the moon. That's what I'm feeling. Yeah, I'm feeling like a Jupiter in Cancer energy. Here's Venus in Cancer right now with the Two of Cups. And here goes, it would be obviously seen as Jupiter in Cancer. All right, and where someone is supposed to be in alignment with their true soulmate, experiencing lots of success, whether this just be overall the direction you're supposed to be going in. All right, in order for you to achieve a specific goal. Yeah, it would be like Mercurian energy coming in and blocking that. So there could be like a block in love at this time, right? Blocking out Venus's energy. I would say Venus and Cancer's energy is a very loving, caring mother figure, right? Very comforting, all right? You would want to more so feel at home, all right, with that type of energy. But this masculine energy is really like taking over the scene here in connection to the resources. It's like wanting control over. If you don't have any resources, you don't have the way to provide for children, or you don't have a way of providing and being independent. You understand? Jenny says, I've been blocked for so long. It's just energy, sweetie. It's not like you're going to fucking die, okay? You'll be fine. You'll be provided with whatever you need. Don't worry. Like, don't let this take you down, is what I'm saying. You could be seeing 777 a lot. All right. Queen of Cups here. All right. So, you, again, I keep picking up on you having, like, spiritual inheritance. All right. Queen of Cups is your inheritance is the energy of love that you have to give. Compassion towards others. Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You intuitively know why things have been delayed. Literally. It's like all you got to do is close your eyes and you can understand why things have been delayed. Okay? Welcome in, Maria. You can literally understand why something has been delayed. Show me the main nose energy. The Wheel of Fortune. Show me Mature Man. The Nine of Swords. All right. Show me the Wealthy Man. Four of Wands. So the main male feels like this is the person that needs to align, all right, with where your destiny is going. The mature man is stressed the hell out, having fear about anxiety and or depression. And then the wealthy man is over here having a damn celebration with your money. Okay. Let's be clear. All right. That's what it's coming through as. Who's being seen as the thief here? Who's being seen as the thief? Is going to be the King of Wands. So whoever the Aries, Leo, and or Sag is. Obviously, Saturn and Neptune and Chiron are currently retrograding in the sign of Aries. All right, there's not much going on in Sagittarius, and or the Sun in Leo and or Mercury in Leo are going to be seen as the tricksters playing in the background. You understand? So, who's the false person? Let's be clear. Who's the false person here? All right. I don't know. I guess the one that is giving you the knowledge about a specific organization, they could be lying to you about this. Could be a person from the past. It's giving either a Taurus, an Aries, Leo, and or a Sagittarius. Somebody from the past. All right. Or Scorpio's energy overall with the Sun in Scorpio here. About your inheritance. All right. About some sort of family legacy. All right. Whatever may be coming through about situations from the past that involves a lot of money, stability. All right, let me pull one here on the child card. So this could be like blocking this main female from having like a brand new beginning with birthing something new. All right, yeah, from planning on moving forward with the Two of Wands. All right, the opportunity to move forward or get yourself into a new career, a new job. This will be like trying to restrict someone from what it is that they know that they intuitively feel. The Queen of Cups with the High Priestess and the Knight of Pentacles, it's like, how can we slow this person down in connection to their sudden wealth? Because if they intuitively already see it, how can we manipulate it so that it doesn't happen in that way? It's weird. All right, so the Two of Cups, once again, how can we block this person from receiving their opportunity in connection to their, soulmate connection, their divine union? All right, show me the main female. The Death card is because this person has gone through a major transformation. There is nothing stopping that. All right, the Star card is meant to be in alignment with wherever they're supposed to be. You will be exactly where you are. You understand? Nobody can block that. There's a portal closing out and a brand new one beginning. I mean, it's heavy here. All right, heavy. An ending to a new beginning. That regeneration card that we saw, it's like you're getting a second chance at doing something by the book. Okay? All right. So there could be order, all right, or some sort of discipline overall with heavy masculine energy. It's just giving Saturn, all right, putting some sort of restrictions and or rules or laws on whatever the hell it is that you're doing here in order to gain your resources. Behind the main female, I see thoughts, journey, occupation, house, okay? And then I see imprisonment, pathway, family room, privileged lady, mature woman. Some sort of change of location in order to stay committed, all right, to a specific community. You could be moving, all right. You could be moving because in the home environment you're seeing as a privileged lady, it almost feels like you're going through a sense of maturity here on this specific pathway. And where if you've been quote unquote imprisoned, it kind of feels like you've been isolated from others in order for you to focus more so on your journey and what you do for your occupation. It's probably you working from home, all right. Let's move on. Whew, hot damn. Welcome in, you guys. Rise and shine. think I've been more so picking up closely on the same energy. All right. August, I feel, is the major shift here right before we hit eclipse season. So it's like kind of sort of getting you in alignment. There's something about time as well, like being on time, right? Saturn is technically the ruler of time. So it could be like structure needed right now, discipline needed, order coming in, okay? Something about the workplace. All right, I see gossip coming out. So there could be some sort of speculation about you giving up on some sort of previous plan here. All right, in order for you to embrace change and create with the universe. All right, maybe this previous plan had something to do with an old acquaintance. All right, someone that you have memories about. All right. Could be a father figure. All right, again, someone that was supposed to be teaching you a lesson. It's giving literally Saturn talking shit. It's given that. It's like the father figure is the one that's gossiping here on how you should be giving up on the previous plan. All right, or how you gave up on the previous plan and now you're here experimenting and shit with the universe and co-creating with the universe. All right, doing something that's basically like underground. Okay, crazy. And it's all been a process here, part of your journey, how you've grown, the pathway you've gone down, what you've experienced overall. All right, yeah, I'm telling you, something about time. All right, it's like divine timing is here. It's like there's a specific deadline that you were supposed to exceed in moving to the next level here. But what's going on with this memory or this person from the past, this old acquaintance? It's given that Six of Cups energy again. Situation from the past. Whoa, what's that? All right, your dreams, how you desire something. All right, could have been part of your fantasy. All right, actually turned out to be a fucking nightmare. That's what it says. That's what it says. All right, so this is something about you exploring time, giving up on previous plans and going down a journey here. But for whatever reason, I don't know if you've been gossiping about this father figure, this old acquaintance that you've been desiring overall. I don't know. All right, you felt that that person used you or manipulated you or strategized against you. Definitely could be. All right. And now having to move into this energy of humility or innocence. All right. Purifying your energy. All right. And then now it feels like because something's speeding up for you, or you feel more so like you're going down the right path, you could be moving very quickly. Someone's trying to keep some sort of boundary up from you moving in this pure energy overall. So this would have been like a dark person in your energy that continuously wants to take from you emotionally. All right. Just by having you consistently focused on the dream from the past or the memory from the past, or putting some sort of time limit or deadline on you receiving some sort of synchronicity. If you don't get it, then you don't get to co-create with the universe. But again, it had to do with, I don't know, travels. All right, travels, whether this is short or long distance traveling, how this person was manipulating you. Could have been doing it by manipulating your resources or your freedom in any way. You know what I mean? It's like you going down this specific path. You were meant to be protected, cared for, supported, assisted. All right, whatever. You were supposed to be doing something that was meant to have a sense of accompaniment. Am I saying this right? You would have had someone there to accompany you during the time of you being taught a lesson. Let's be clear. It's a lesson that you're learning here. All right. Instead, you were manipulated by this person doing shit that keeping you limited, keeping you contracted to something. And it would have been more so affecting you emotionally because it was like in a bond that you had to have with this person. All right. Let's be clear. It's like you're not fucking so, let's just say innocent here. Okay. You're not so innocent. So there could be this energy that you struggle desperately. All right. You have this belief in a victory overall. Was this like some sort of false information that they were giving you? Because it would have been the exchange of information. But this is why something is being overall, as it says, speculated here. All right. Whether you were taught the right lesson about something. All right. Yeah. It's because you're in harmony. You're in alignment. You're open to whatever this is. All right, so whoever's taking from you or feeling like they can get away with it, you're definitely in a purified energy. overall. You could have organized some sort of, I don't know, that's crazy. This, as soon as I was about to say you could have organized something in your life, it's coming through as secrets, all right? Maybe you exposed someone's secrets or decoded something, or someone that tried to bribe you and keep your treasures hidden or disguised in some sort of way. It would be like, no, bitch, I know my shit is there. Give it to me. All right, something like that. Like, you know your worth. You know what I'm saying? You know that success lies in your hand. Everything is within reach right now. This person can't hold out on you for so much longer. All right, so I don't know. There's something about transportation here, or the letter coming in. All right, there could be something about going over a body of water, or your ship's coming in, something like this. All right, so this person would try to come in and seduce you, love on you, lust on you, because you're about to receive this inheritance. Or let me, you know, escort you through the door here, or where do you need to go? Like that type of thing. It would be like this person trying to come around and play like they want to have a second chance at something. See what I'm saying? Because they now want to be committed to you. And it's like, bitch, that shit died out a long time ago. Sunset, bye-bye. Like, I don't need you. I can do this independently. They're trying to, like, force you to surrender and accept them being in your life or something. Okay? Yeah. Something having to do with transportation. So it's giving, like, a Gemini energy overall. All right. Maybe there's something from the past or someone from the past that's involving transportation, and that's where your inheritance is. Transportation is in everyday life, right? So this could be like planes, trains, fucking buses, vehicles, however, okay? However something's being transported to you, okay? It feels like you're bonded to this. So this would have been like a job or a lover that you met, you know what I'm saying, during travels or something like that, that wants to be committed to you. All right, so you're going to be receiving some sort of text message or letter or invitation. This is definitely a risk. Just be careful because you already know you've been attacked once. All right. You're getting the go-ahead here. Glory favors the brave. So if you found out about, let's just say, the trickster energy, Mercurian energy being in the sign of Leo, Leo having all to do with the way that you self-express, I'm kind of getting like the way that you're focused more so on your happiness. All right, so this could be like something that feels more so competitive, whatever that is. All right, there is something about the need for you to follow instructions. So let's say you're looking for a job and you go do something in the transportation business, or you're within a specific local community. It's Mercurian energy, has to do with communication online, the media, things like this. So there's rules, quote unquote, that they want you to follow by or be in alignment with. Rather, you found out something that was more so manipulative and how someone created the gossip. What is Mercurian energy? It's fucking rumors, right? It's speculation of whatever it was that you were trying to create from the past. People know that you are very determined, okay? We see that whatever it is that's in the way of you being supported or assisted in some sort of way, they were trying to keep you contracted to something, but you know that you're worth more than that because of this journey that you've gone down. All right, how you've experienced a specific pathway of aligning yourself and being open to being in this energy of holiness or humility, right? So they lied on you, they gossiped about you, they tried to distort your character. I mean, I see it all over the place. It was all part of the manipulation, trying to keep something a secret from you, where it's like, no, bitch, I exposed your ass. And it came out with terrific results, and you're showing that you're in this energy of peace and in harmony and in order, and you're calm, and you're in this energy of serenity. So it's like, whoever tried to make it feel like, oh, that bitch is crazy or that guy is fucking nuts, right? No, that's not what this is. It's because you saw past the bullshit. That's what it's giving. You seen that you had to put a boundary up with this person in order for you to go after what it was that you desired. All right, so this caused some sort of upheaval, could have been in the workplace, could have created some sort of sudden disaster overall, and someone that tried to keep you cursed and or frozen or stuck in something or bonded or contracted to something in eternity. It would be like, wait a minute, hold on, right? Like this would be a shakeup to the whole fucking energy. All right, you destructed some shit without even knowing it. It's what it's giving. Welcome in, you guys. Yeah. It would have been like some sort of inappropriate authority. Someone wanted you to follow inappropriate rules or regulations or laws that weren't really true. Okay? They're trying to put down some sort of unwritten rule about something. All right, yeah. Countryside. It's giving fucking devil energy. I'm sorry, it's giving devil energy. All right, it's giving devil energy. Yeah, like you need to protect and defend yourself from these people, from this organization, from this institution, from whatever this is. All right, they want you to cooperate, and they feel like, well, if you come work with us, teamwork, it's all a win-win. You have nothing to worry about here. 856. I don't know, something about Camden, New Jersey. Give with an open heart, offer without expectation, unconditional love. All right. Now they want to cooperate with you because they see that you're doing something with an open heart. You're very generous out here. All right. Now they want to cooperate with you. Again, something heavy about meditation. There could be a lot of jealousy around your energy right now, competitiveness, because if you're rejecting these people and they've already examined you, it's creating an instability for them, and where things are actually meant to be speeding up. All right, there was a sense of betrayal in this person's trust because they didn't really support you. They actually stole from you. And that was part of your fortune, and what was supposed to keep you in alignment with your journey, the road that you were heading down, and or whatever was part of your destiny. Okay? Yeah. We calling their asses out real quick, right? We already know what's up here. That's what it's given. Big deal. Big deal. All right. So, I mean, the more we get into it, we keep seeing that it happens to be masculine energies overall that are doing this. Okay. Let's spill the tea, I guess. So let's just look into tomorrow, Mercury going retro. I mean, in Mercury retrograde going direct, all the way to the 24th. Okay, so what is that? A good 2 weeks. Yeah, about 2 weeks from now. All right, so we're going to pull 14 cards. Let's just see what's happening here. I'll pull it right off the top of the deck. Let me get a good shuffle in. Let's just see what the energy is going to be like within the next 2 weeks. All right, after Mercury goes direct. And how this is all going to clear up. Because that's what it feels like it needs to do. Just clear some shit up. Mercury from the 4th degree in the sign of Leo. 1 second. One second. So it's going direct. 3:30 a.m. tomorrow. 4 degrees, 15 minutes of Leo. We'll look at the 5th degree. All right. Learning how to see things in the larger context makes sense. So from the 6th to the 10th degree, which possibly Mercury will be heading into that energy overall within the next 2 weeks. Yes. It says, we can become quite indifferent to fashions of morality and values by knowing of permanent spiritual truths beneath the illusion of impermanence, that which changes moment by moment, truly embracing our intuitive understanding that creativity has destruction within its normal cycle, and we find mysterious passions in the commitment to create impactful yet poignantly transitory beauty as a sparking expression of life or self. All right. So again, it has a lot to do with what it is that you're trying to create. All right. It's giving overall the energy of what's going to help you move past the way that you express yourself and how others are seeing you overall. All right, let's do 14 cards real quick. 14 cards. Wow. Okay. So crossing paths, new perspective, confession, silent understanding. This makes perfect sense. All right. So if you saw something in a new perspective here and someone has to come through and clearly confess what it was and what their true feelings are for you, there's going to be this energy of silent understanding. Okay. There had a specific hidden agenda and or some sort of motive by trying to keep you excluded in any way. All right. So it led you into a simple companionship that was meant to lead you towards peace and satisfaction so that you will remain in alignment with where your destiny was going here. All right. Let's get 14 more cards. 7 more cards. Let's see. So whoever this person was that you crossed paths with, once again, all right, there was a new perspective, some sort of confession coming through. Once again, that deep connection and how this person had a hidden agenda and or motive, and why they made you feel excluded was so that they could I feel like so that they can have some sort of peace and satisfaction with you personally in a quiet setting. Okay, in a quiet setting, so that you can uncover some sort of truth and publicly expose whatever that was happening around you. All right, showing how you were moving forward in your authentic self, who was the bad influence surrounding your energy, so you would be able to understand who was the person or the people surrounding you, creating some sort of circle of drama and being able to sow the beans on their asses, even if you didn't know what the path looked like in the near future. Let's be clear. So this is what's coming up in the next few days, all right? Whoever this person is that you're crossing paths with, all right, they're going to confess something to you. You're going to have a silent understanding of why, when you're in quiet contentment, who you knew was working around you, the motives, all right, who tried to keep you excluded for whatever reason. And when you uncover that truth, you're going to understand, and you're going to publicly put this out there, all right, who this person is that was creating some sort of bad influence and surrounding your authentic self. All right, and you're going to spill the beans on their asses. And that's going to create some massive dramatic change in your life, or in connection to whoever is part of your social group. All right, they were fucking trying to play mind games with you or something. I don't think so. Right, putting up some sort of appearance. Now they're going to come in and try to clear the air and communicate what it was. That was some sort of quote unquote misunderstanding. I don't think so. The real story here is that you're fucking around. You know what I'm saying? You should be supportive rather than being the trickster energy. All right, when you're supposed to be coming through as some sort of new alliance. Not. This is pushing you towards someone brand new. All right. Yeah. They had you in some sort of third party energy here, creating control issues when you were more so moving forward in your authentic vibes and trying to get you to hold back, or get you to hold back from whatever. All right. Just to more so test your loyalty. This would have been the person coming back from the past. All right. Starting drama, talking shit, starting gossip about you, or whatever that may have been. That's Mercurian energy. That's what I'm trying to tell you. All right, so this is giving me from the 11th through the 24th and how things are going to change overall. From the 11th through the 24th, I'm seeing we're going to be experiencing tomorrow Ceres going retrograde, which has a review about self, about parenting, about natural, I would imagine the things that you're feeding your body, all right, because it has a lot to do with agriculture. And then we see Saturn at a sextile to Uranus. We see the last quarter moon that's going to take place in Taurus on the 16th. We have the sun entering Virgo on the 22nd, and then the new moon in Virgo on the 23rd. So this has a lot to do with what's going on in the workplace, how you're remaining in equilibrium, all right, how you're being of service to other people, your health overall being of significance, being in an alignment with your mind, your body, your spirit. And then by the 23rd, I see a semi-square over to Uranus with Jupiter's energy. All right, so Jupiter in Cancer, Uranus in Gemini. All right, we're seeing a heavy water air dynamic there. All right, rather than it being a sextile where we're going to be seeing tomorrow air with air. Okay, I mean fire with air. Interesting. Whew. Semi-squares are like slight tension. All right, you're going to understand why this all took place, but it will be confronted. It has to be. All right, because by the time the full shadow phase is done, on the 25th of August is where we see Venus entering Leo. That has to be a heavy energy of like self-expression, your beauty. Again, it's going to, you're going to understand, all right, how you're supposed to be shining here. All right, I'm curious at where we'll be with nobility from the 16th to the 20th degree of Leo. That possibly is during the last decan of Leo season. All right, or this is possibly where we are right now. Let's speak about Mercurian energy. It's what I'm stuck on. Mercurian energy. It has a lot to do with sunshine after a storm. That's the 16th degree of Leo. All right, so it speaks about holding a position of nobility, and one whose guaranteed optimism can reliably anticipate the sunshine after a storm. All right, so being in this energy of holiness or humility, all right, it's like you move forward in the right direction. I like it. And it could be devoted to spiritual communication or communion, all right, or connectedness with the community itself. Understanding how we are supposed to be honoring the impulses to praise God. Something like that. Jealousy issues, cold shoulder, clearing the air and drifting apart. All right, so the person that was afraid to come back around, it's because this person was jealous. They weren't able to clearly communicate what it was that they felt at the time, why the energy was drifting apart so much. All right, why the connection was fading in between you guys. And then I would imagine you being the one that's outspoken and bringing some sort of unfiltered truth to the situation. You're more so pushing this person to express themselves as well. All right, it could have been that this person was trying to protect their emotions overall, and that's what we started out with the chakras today. Okay, so I definitely see it being like from here on out completely illuminated in higher self, you understanding what you're not going to be moving forward dealing with, some shit like that. Okay, major changes is what it feels like is coming through here. Oracle of the Radiant Sun. Where am I at here? We're close. Oracle of the Radiant Sun. It could be like a love-hate dynamic. My shirt says, live, laugh, and love. And if that doesn't work, load, aim, and fire. It could literally feel like it's a hot and cold type of dynamic right now, I would imagine. All right, let's see. Order and appreciation. This could be like bringing order into a workplace. All right, or in the way that you are meant to express yourself. If you don't feel appreciated in your workplace, you're like, fuck that, I'm out of here. It's like you're meant to inspire other people. I'm seeing the moon and Mercurian energy in opposition. All right. So I'm seeing it in the 6th and the 12th houses and where the north and south nodes are. All right. So if you don't feel appreciated and or, you know, how you're supposed to be keeping things in order in the workplace, it's like you're meant to inspire others to do so. Mercury and Pisces energy is at its detriment. Typically doesn't work there. Piscean energy is more of like a subconscious state. Mercury wants consciousness, utilizing the mind. Okay. So again, I feel like heavy, deep meditation is the reason why I keep seeing the moon energies. What was that? All right. So Mercury being in retrograde in the sign of Leo is creating a lot of drama, or how you're supposed to be putting on some sort of performance. All right, maybe this is where your riches are. Maybe you're supposed to be seen in the public eye or something. All right, you're possibly seen as like an authority figure, calling some shit out. All right, how things are in alignment and you're being cautioned here. That's crazy. All right, about the tricksters in the workplace. Mercury in Virgo. Yeah, that's what I feel. All right, so you're inspiring others through whatever it is that you're communicating, whatever you're putting on some sort of theatrical performance with here, and how order needs to be brought into the workplace. All right, in connection to you being cautioned about your riches and or how you're being manipulated in that way. I see 909 on the clock. So something about September 9th this year is the 9th year, right? 2025. So the 999 portal. I want to look into what that means overall. The 999 portal. Last year we had the 888 portal, right? This is the 999 portal. All right, in 2025. The portal meaning says in numerology, the 999 signifies completion, endings, and new beginnings. So that's what this is. It's like a portal that's closing out, okay? It says it's often associated with transformation. It suggests that a cycle is ending, making way for a new chapter in life. This can be a powerful time for letting go of what no longer serves you and embracing new opportunities. So once you receive the 10, you have to start back at 1, right? That's typically how tarot works. All right, so you're being cautioned right now about your riches, and it has a lot to do with either your day-to-day experiences or where you go clock in for your 9 to 5 or what you do for your occupation. Let's be clear, right? Being cautioned about your resources here, your riches, your long-term stability, because there's something that's specifically closing out. You know this already. You feel it. All right. And again, Mercurian energy and how you're supposed to be inspiring people right now with what it is that you've been putting on some sort of performance with, that could be coming to a close. All right. But there seems to be, again, some sort of appreciation on bringing things into order in the workplace. I'm seeing like clapping. All right. I'm seeing clapping. Yeah, you might be on the defense right now here. You don't feel that you've done something completely to fulfillment yet. All right. Maybe you feel like there's still something that's going on in the background that needs to be dominated. I'm just saying, like, that's what it feels like. All right. There's some sort of domination going on here. And how you're meant to be bringing in some sort of harmony back into the collective. I'm seeing 911 on the clock. All right. Somebody's calling the fucking cops out here. It's like, revenge is my independence. I don't need you for anything. I'm seeing Aquarius and Scorpio's energy. So we do have the ruling planet to Scorpio's energy in the sign of Aquarius, bringing in massive revolutionary transformations overall. All right. And it could be resistance in putting this in the public eye right now. Don't worry, because by 2026, Jupiter and Leo's energy, it's coming. Oh, yeah, don't worry. It'll be publicized, whether it's going to be now or later. It doesn't matter. They can try to resist putting this out in the media all they want to. It's coming. Don't worry. It's coming. Okay. All right. Major decision here in connection to the Sun in Taurus. Again, having to do with your values, having to do with your finances, your possessions, your self-esteem, your confidence. All right. Your resources in any way. All right. It's like you are remaining optimistic about this organization and or the position of leadership that you have here being part of this organization. You would be seen as someone that is meant to be receiving some sort of promotion. Let's be clear. All right. I feel like the energy is provoking you to be indecisive whether you want to stay here or not. Because it's like, well, this portal's closing out. What are you going to do? How are we going to have a brand new beginning? I don't know. I don't know. All right, like practically you already saw what you needed to see. Your vision was expanded already. Technically, you don't need to be here anymore. So moving forward, Spirit, what do you suggest we do, right? Like, where are we going here? You'll be shown the way. All right. I don't know. Someone wants you to remain in connection to this very conventional type of relationship with this older person. It would be to the masculine, right? To the mature figure, Capricorn energy, the older men in general, all right? Having some sort of collaboration here involving your resources with someone that is of a great age difference. Let's see. It would be like God is your sugar daddy. That's how you receive your funds. You see what I'm saying? Something like that. You may be trying to escape this person's energy. Overall, this is the 10 of Cups overall with Mars and Pisces. All right, so this is you staying in a position that's more so... Hold on a second, where's my book? There it is. Let's look at Mars and Pisces then. Using great energy to extract oneself from a tricky situation, working extremely hard for the benefit of others, shutting one's eyes to the reality of a situation. Don't shut your eyes to this bullshit, because it's clearly seen. All right? It's like, is this something you truly want to be remaining with here, stuck and having somebody take away from you? Or do you want to escape this shit and go do something better that's going to help you defend and or protect what you've already fulfilled, what you already know about here? Because you're being cautioned about your riches, how someone's controlling you by the workplace. This would be like you needing freedom. You need to build your own fucking status. Why are you working for somebody else? You're being already fucking crowned out here. Like, oh, like, you know what I'm saying? Something like that. Generosity, innovation, and risk. So whatever you do, or whoever you're teaching, and whatever type of innovative skill that you have, this is the same energy that continues to say, well, go ahead. You're going to continue taking a risk here, trying to open up this business, trying to have this brand new beginning. Saturn and Aries currently right now in retrograde. So they want you to be put into fear some sort of way here, I guess. All right. And it's like you remain impulsive and moving in this direction. All right. Flirting with the idea of, I know my spiritual beliefs. You can't tell me shit. That's what it's given. So there could be someone that's foreign or at a distance from you that sees you, likes you, is attracted and tries to come together with you in this energy. It's like more so like a friendship, okay? Someone that you can just kind of hang out with because you both have discovered the same type of belief, okay? With that Sagittarian energy. You already know about the knowledge that's taking place here, and it would be like, oh yeah, that's what you have, you know, insight on this. Well, here's my insight on that, right? Whatever. This would be like someone that you're just communicating with. All right. Yeah. Mercury in Sag's energy is going to be the last retrograde phase for this year of 2025. We've already seen that back in 2024. Okay, at the end of the year, obviously, it's closer to heading into 2025. And where Mercury is at its detriment in Sagittarius, right? So whatever you're discovered is kind of like, oh, don't put that out there. You can't say that. Or this would be like a foreign person coming back around and wanting to just hang out with you because they're a good friend, whatever that may be. That actually happened to me at the end of the year last year. I was actually surprised that this one person hit me up and I was like, I haven't heard from you in so long, right? Yeah. So it would be like someone that you can kind of come together with and say, well, this is what I think about my philosophy in life, right? All right, I'm only going to pull a couple cards from here. I'm not going to do too much. Someone trying to come in between you and a friend or something that it is that you want. Clearly, we already spoke about that. All right, someone is leaving your life. Chair is empty. They couldn't control you. Discord amongst family and or friends. The mice here. This is very negative energy, I'm telling you. Something that you're trying to get rid of. Good advice from a wise person. All right, somebody leaving your life. Damn. Let's put this out. Climbing towards success. Beware of great pride. A meeting with a stranger could be important. All right. It's like, don't get cocky out here. You already saw what you needed to see. You already know who was working up against you. You know this person's leaving your life. You know this person caused you discord amongst your family, your friends, all right? Or just this energy overall. But it looks like you're continuing to climb towards success. They just want you to meet this new person and see where this goes. All right, this could be important for your pathway or the experiences that you're supposed to be seeing here. You could be in a temporary situation right now. All right, the rabbit card is here. Too much concern with sexual matters, financial pinches, and or a distant friend thinking about you. All right, so I would avoid sex at this time or avoid situations that you know is going to leave you in the lack of resources. Down at the bottom of the deck could be December's energy. So we're looking at a Sagittarius and or quote unquote a Capricorn. All right, Capricorn being that Saturnian energy. Saturnian energy has all to do with how they can control you by keeping you connected to sexual matters and then you experiencing financial pinches because of that. The distant friend is going to be the Sagittarian energy. Who's this person here trying to come in between you and a friend or something that you want? Ouch. I don't know. You're going to hear news from that person, though. News is on the way about that person. Who's this person leaving your life? All right, someone that you had a spiritual connection to, spiritual love. That would be like the person that was guiding you, getting past difficult situations and where it was creating discord amongst your friends and or your family overall. All right, it says shrewdness and resourcefulness, especially in business. All right, so this person could have tried to block you from doing something that you wanted or being around someone that you wanted to be around, especially if it was like the benefit to your business that you're starting up here because you were receiving some sort of good advice from that person. All right, there was like pushing you in or trying to come in between your plans here, trying to make it unsuccessful, but it rather you climbed the ladder here towards success. All right. So, yeah, I feel like they tried to create some sort of unsettled time. All right. Let's see. Beware of great pride. Disappointment in some sort of affair and the reason why. All right. This person is now leaving your life. Who's the stranger that you're meeting with here? the new business opportunity that's coming new. All right. What's the temporary situation? I don't know. I guess this is where you would meet some romantic partner. All right, romance being in the air and wherever you may have been temporarily. All right, you may have felt that something was lacking in your life, perhaps love, money, and or a goal. Too much concern with sexual matters. All right, and love. All right, like if you're lacking love right now, it could be that you only involve yourself with this person because you want sex. All right, something like that. All right, the financial pinches was because you were on a spiritual journey here, the development that was taking place, or the understanding of what this distant friend is that consistently is connected to you and or thinking of you. This could be like your guide or whatever. All right, yeah, pleasure with a close friend. So that would have been like that friendship that you were attaining here. And now if this person is getting ready to leave your life, you know why. All right, so they're coming in with your inheritance, your winning, your windfall, whatever that may be to you, or however it's coming through, I don't know. All right, it feels like something's coming to completion. Again, I'm getting the 999 portal. All right, it says you're on the right path regarding some aspect of your life here. You got major changes coming in, possibly with that full moon in Aquarius. All right, next full moon is going to be the one in Pisces. That one is an eclipse. I think it might be a total solar eclipse. Give me 1 second. When is that? On September 7th, it is a full moon total lunar eclipse in the sign of Pisces. And then on the 21st, we'll see the solar eclipse in Virgo. All right, so it's eclipse season coming up in September. Big deal. Uranus is going retrograde. Pluto will still be in retrograde. All right, Saturn and Neptune is going to be in retrograde. Saturn will then enter Pisces in retrograde September 1st. We don't see Neptune entering Pisces again up until October the 22nd. All right, we will see a trine over to Jupiter and the North Node in Pisces on September 3rd, and Mercury enters its domicile energy in Virgo on the 2nd. Big deal. Big deal. And where you were being cautioned about your resources, that was the energy we just pulled out of the Oracle, the Radiant Sun. Okay. You were being cautioned about your riches because Saturn, all right, that rules over the 10th house, and where there's some sort of organization in connection to however it is that you are tapping into your spiritual values. You're being cautioned about what you need to know here. Like, your fucking facts better be on point. You understand? Like, your shit better be on point, very organized. You need to look into the detail of everything, because Jupiter in Cancer is coming in to trine the North Node and where your destiny is supposed to be, and where your opportunities and the expansion of everything comes into alignment on the 3rd. And then Uranus goes retrograde in Gemini on the 6th. So Uranus will come in and create some massive changes if you're not in alignment with where you're supposed to be. Let's be clear. I feel like September is going to be fun. September will be fun. We'll be a mutable moon cycle by then, obviously. All right, that one starts off with the new moon in Virgo again, and that's happening on the 23rd. We spoke about that during the post-shadow phase of Mercury being in retrograde in the sign of Leo. All right, so your creative ideas possibly will take off. Be cautious in the work that you put out there, especially if you're doing something in the media. Be careful that your work is not being stolen, or resources aren't being taken by you putting in, I don't know, the work, and someone else is like reaping the rewards from the work that you've done. It could be that trickster type of energy. All right, be careful here. 1 second, you guys. I truly need to go get my other decks. I need my shit. I want my shit. Not that I need it, I want it. I want it. Okay. Let's get into this. Well, hop on. I feel like there's karmic cycles that are happening that are coming to an end as well. Someone that tried to distort your character or keep you restricted or keep you disciplined in some sort of way. Big deal. I got truth and justice, protection from enemies who would steal one's fortune. The Eight of Swords, God, protector, and the savior. It's like off with your fucking head type of energy. Don't make me come and be defensive towards you. All right? I will seek revenge and you will be off with your damn head. I'm going to make you look at your own fucking devil self. Is what it's given. Okay. I feel like your whatever was stolen is coming right back. Don't you worry. All right. Restoration of life. Protection from adversaries, rabies, and or wild beasts with the energy of the sun here. All right. So these bitches were exposed. I feel like the trumpet is being fucking called on all their asses. And then we got the Three of Swords here. Love and submission cures illnesses, influences paternal love, and gives long life here. With the quickly forgiving God. Well, the moon. God is my strength. Divine revelation reveals messages and has the power to destroy. So we got the sun and the moon out here. Obviously, you're in balance. All right, you're bringing truth and justice to a situation here. Restoration of life is here. Love and submission is here. And divine revelations. Protection is here. Big deal. Big, big deal. It's like they can't fucking touch you. You're protected. Because you know God is your strength. This one's to be seen. The Eight of Pentacles, intellectual talent, and provides knowledge. Just because you know what the fuck you're talking about. You're a teacher out here. God, the teacher. I feel like you have the script. You know what I'm saying? You know how things work. King of Wands, God, the merciful judge. Eloquence gives answers to those that are in doubt. Don't doubt. All right, the more you learn about spirituality or whatever, or however you're attaining this knowledge here of how to remain balanced in situations that may have kept you trying to be devoted to something that wasn't of significance in order to keep you trapped. This could have been part of a specific workplace, and now, all right, you're receiving what was taken from you. They're going to be held accountable. All right, the Ace of Pentacles, the adored God. You have divine blessings coming in and you're driving away evil spirits. I like it. All right, so this has to do with rules over agriculture and production. Sirius is retrograding back in the sign of Aries on the, again, 11th, which is tomorrow at 5:38 p.m. It's happening at 16 degrees and 48 minutes. I'm just curious in what Sabian symbol that is. 17th degree of Aries. Let's see. Two prim masters. No, two prim spinsters turning into experience our true selves. So it's kind of giving like a reflection. It's a woman reflecting another woman. All right, so it says, poise and serenity develop when we spend time in peaceful solitude. When we lack potency in the outer world, it is helpful to turn within and deepen our inner world of peaceful grace. This is also an aspect of potency. Can't speak today. This is also an aspect of potency, but it strengthens a more passive aspect of self. Being rather than doing, engagement with others is often draining, even dangerously so. At times, retreat is entirely appropriate. So being in retreat mode, not wanting to be around others is perfectly fine. All right, that's when you are reflecting overall and being at your best, being at poise, all right, within yourself, just by being in solitude and tapping into what you need to see here. All right, so this is about needing to be true to yourself. It says it can be totally fitting to divorce ourselves from everyday living with all of its judgments. The image of a couple of old ladies having lived alone together for decades is often considered farcical, sad, and bizarre, yet such eccentricity speaks of a very private sustainment of reality, a valid personal creation of the world. So it's almost like if you go into true meditation and you're in reflection of someone that has gone through the same thing, all right, it tells you what you can't create in the world. No, it's very valid, okay? And where you would be wasting your precious fucking energy with superficial relationships that aren't true. You would need to expose these motherfuckers, right? Being in the energy of self-care is the most significant. Sirius retrograding in the sign of Aries, all about self. I like it. All right. I'm getting out of here. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Love you. Bye.